Welcome to my house. Today we're going to make carnitas. So that's definitely something that's popular in Los Angeles. So we're gonna use pork shoulder right there. Okay, so I'm gonna talk more about this, but we're gonna use pressure cooker. You could do it in a regular pot, but we're gonna use a pressure cooker. We're gonna use the instantpot. So here we have one onion. I'm gonna put it in here. That's gonna be our base. And then we have a bunch of ingredients that we're going to use, the spices and flavorings. So we're going to use some fresh orange juice. Jarred orange juice or bottled orange juice is fine. Since it's fresh, we're going to use some of the peels. And we're going to put one of the shells or the zest. It's going to give us extra flavor. So I'm just going to put it in the pot as a base. We also have a couple of chilies. Those are California chilies, just dry, didn't do anything to them. I'm going to take out the stem, I'm going to put it also in the pot. Alright, now we have our pork butt. The pork butt is, or pork shoulder, is very meaty part of the pork. It also has quite a lot of fat. So sometimes it comes with the skin on. So I like to use the skin. It gives a very nice broth, a lot of gelatin. If you don't care for it, you don't have to put it. I try to keep it in large chunks like this so we can remove it when we shred the carnitas. It was bone-in, so this is the bone that's in the shoulder. I'm going to keep it and I'm going to put it also in our pot. That and the skin. This is 6 pounds of pork butt or pork shoulder that's cut in chunks, fairly big, 2 inch around. Some of them I kept the skin on again. So we're going to flavor it. So we're going to squeeze a little bit of olive oil, about 2 tablespoons for this amount. And we're going to toss all our spices. So we have some salt here, and I'll put the measurements on the recipe cards. This is about 2 tablespoons of salt for 6 pounds of meat. Then we have some oregano, 1 tablespoon. And then we have some cumin, about 2 teaspoons. And then you have a little bit black pepper, 1 teaspoon. We have also some paprika right here. And then some of chipotle powder. You can use any kind of chili powder. I like chipotles that are a little smoky. There's a teaspoon, half a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of chipotle. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it has a lot of flavor. And then we have 6 garlic cloves, just in chunks. I'm going to toss this up. Don't worry too much if you have spots with more. It's gonna get all mixed when it cooks. Just give it a quick toss. It's not a rub, we're not going to smoke it. Although maybe that's another video for smoked pork. Alright, so that's ready to go. We're going to put it in the pressure cooker. Now the beauty about the pressure cooker is that 1, it goes faster, but 2, it also keeps all the moisture in. So if you have a recipe that you do in a regular stove, you want to be careful on the moisture content. You want to play around a little bit with that. For this one, because it's pressure cooker, so it's going to retain the liquid, we're going to use 1 cup of orange juice. That's going to give us a little bit of sweetness, but also, because it's a citrus, it will tenderize the meat. And then same thing when I use a beer. So beer is going to give flavor, but also is going to tenderize our meat. We're going to use half a beer for 6 pounds of meat. And then the rest of the beer, it's up to you. We're going to put under pressure and we'll use the pressure cooking feature, and we're gonna put it for 1 hour. 1 hour under pressure. If you're doing it regular on the stove, you want to keep an eye on it so it doesn't scorch, and you want to cover it to make sure that you have as little loss of moisture as possible. And it's gonna go for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, depending how much meat you have. You want it to fall apart, but not to be mushy. Okay, so we'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye.